All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about that one question that can really hang in the air after things get intimate. It's a doubt that, let's be honest, a lot of guys have but almost never say out loud. So today, we're going to tackle it. We're going to decode the secret language of satisfaction. So, was she? It seems like such a simple question, but the answer can feel incredibly complicated. And what we've learned is that so many men get fixated on, how long it lasted or their size, and they completely miss the actual signals their partner's body is sending. The truth, genuine satisfaction has almost nothing to do with those things. It's all about understanding her experience. And see, here's the thing. For a whole lot of reasons, a woman might not come right out and say, hey, that didn't work for me. But her body has no reason to lie. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on those secret involuntary signals her body gives away. And then we're going to get to the one key technique that can change absolutely everything. Okay, so first up, let's put on our detective hats. We're going to investigate what's happening right there, in the moment. These are the physical clues that are almost impossible to fake because they aren't conscious choices. They're deep, real, physiological responses to pleasure. We're going to zero in on 3 huge clues that happen during the act itself. We're talking about breath and sound, muscle contractions, and then body warmth and flush. These are the telltale signs. So let's break down that first one, breath and sound. This is a big one. As a woman gets closer to orgasm, her breathing naturally gets deeper, heavier, faster. And the sounds she makes, they become kind of uncontrolled, varied. It's very different from a monotonous or, a performed sound. You can hear the authenticity. Okay, clue number 2 is all about muscle contractions, and you can see and feel these. You might see her back arching, her toes curling, or her thighs tightening up. But the most definitive sign of all, the one you can literally feel, it's the internal vaginal muscles contracting rhythmically. There is no faking that. That is the real deal. And the third in the moment clue is actually visible right after. First, there's natural lubrication, and her body will just feel warm to the touch. But you might also see something called the sex flush. It's this reddish, kind of blotchy glow that can appear on her chest, her neck, and even her face. It's just a result of all that increased blood flow, another totally involuntary sign of genuine arousal. All right, so we've covered the physical signs in the heat of the moment. But the clues don't stop there. What she does immediately afterward can tell you everything you need to know. So what's happening behind the scenes here? Well, it's actually science. When a woman is genuinely satisfied, her brain gets a huge flood of a hormone called oxytocin. You've probably heard of it. It's often called the love hormone or the cuddle hormone, and its entire job is to create feelings of bonding and connection. That chemical release directly drives how she behaves next. And wow, when you see it laid out like this, the difference is it's night and day, isn't it? A satisfied partner running on all that oxytocin is going to want to stay close. She'll want to cuddle, to connect. Her body will feel relaxed, almost kind of limp, like all the tension has just melted away. She'll probably want to talk, to just be in that moment with you. On the flip side, an unsatisfied partner often creates distance, maybe without even realizing it. They might seem a little irritable, or get up right away, or, and this is a big one, they turn away and grab their phone. The contrast says it all. And this next one might be the most subtle, but also the most powerful behavioral clue of them all. After a truly satisfying, connected experience, she won't look away. She'll make this deep, almost intoxicating eye contact. It's this quiet, nonverbal sign of trust and fulfillment. It's like a silent thank you. An unsatisfied partner, they'll often avoid your gaze. Okay, so we've learned how to read the signs. We know what to look for. Now, for the part I'm sure you've been waiting for. Let's stop just hoping for satisfaction and talk about the specific technique for actively creating it. So before we get into the how, we've got to understand the what and the where. And there are 2 main pleasure centers we need to be aware of. First, the clitoris, which is external and packed with thousands of nerve endings. It's incredibly sensitive. And second, the G-Spot, which is an internal area just a couple of inches inside, on the upper wall. So many men are focused on deep penetration, but as you can see, the real keys to the kingdom are located much, much closer to the entrance. And get ready for this number, because it really changes the entire game. A staggering 80% of women cannot achieve orgasm from penetration alone. They need some kind of clitoral stimulation, either direct or indirect. I mean, think about that. That is probably the single most important piece of information to have. Just going in and out is not going to get the job done for the vast majority of women. So the big question is, how do you stimulate both of these key areas at the same time? Well, it all comes down to this really effective 4-step technique. It's about being precise, not just powerful. Okay, so step 1 is all about the angle. Instead of just going straight in and out, you want to angle your thrusts upwards towards her belly button. That's how you make contact with the G-spot on that upper wall. And this goes hand in hand with step 2, which is to start with shallow thrusts. Forget about going as deep as you can right away. The magic is happening up front. But honestly, step 3 is the real game changer here. This is the part so many people miss. It's about creating friction. This is sometimes called the coital alignment technique. It basically means using your lower pelvis to make contact with and put gentle, consistent pressure on her clitoris during your thrusts. It can be a sort of grinding, circular motion. This is how you stimulate both spots at once. And finally, you bring it all home with step 4, building a rhythm. You want to start slow. Let her get into it. Let her body respond. And then, listen. Remember that first signal we talked about? Her breathing. As you notice her breathing start to quicken and deepen, that's your cue to increase your speed and depth. Now you're not just doing something to her, you're working with her body's natural response. So we've gone from reading the signs to walking through the technique. But all of this, it really points to something bigger. It's about a fundamental shift in how you think about intimacy. And really, it all boils down to this one simple, powerful idea. The goal should never be to just get to the finish line as fast as possible. It's an art form. It's about being present, about connecting, and about paying really close attention to your partner's body and its unique language. It's about mutual pleasure, and that can only happen through genuine understanding. Look, this isn't just a bunch of facts and figures. It's an invitation. It's an invitation to be more observant, more attuned, and frankly, a more generous lover. By understanding her body's secret language and approaching this as an art, you really can transform your connection. So the real question is, how will you use it?